Brooklyn and Michael, we've gathered here today to celebrate the existence of love. Each of you took a journey leading you towards today, overcoming your own barriers as individuals and experiencing growth. Little could you predict that one day you'd be standing at nature's altar, being generously rewarded for your patience. Historians recount how Jesus graced a wedding at Cana of Galilee, and in his sacrificial efforts gave us the example of the love of a husband and a wife. You two came here today with very clear intentions for this. Using this ceremony to mark a milestone, knowing the difference between a glitzy wedding and a meaningful ceremony. The difference between interest and commitment. Now, true love begins well before the wedding day. And your statement of love was not created by any isolated moment, because in us, it doesn't happen all at once. Rather, it's gradually created. Today we get to honor the 6 years prior to this moment, the interception and evolution of your romance. The beginning, middle, and finality of a courtship, as you have now found yourself in a spot where you cherish and prioritize each other above all else. And though you do not need a legal piece of paper to prove your devotion, you do stand here today acknowledging the sacredness associated with publicly recording your unity. Now welcoming a marriage treaty, the one that overlooks faults, glorifies strengths, as the marriage is not about achievement or perfection, but rather about saying your life. It won't go unnoticed, and your days won't be insignificant. I need you, and I vow to be your witness. The message in Ruth chapter 1, verse 16, it begins with, "Do not urge me to leave you or turn my back from you. Where you go, I will go. And where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God, my God. May the Lord deal with me, be it ever so severely, if anything but death separates you and me." Now, Ruth's pledge, it mimics yours, as there's a promise to resist pressure to break a relationship. There's a commitment to another person for life, and an awareness that God is present for all of the promises that we make. Now, life can be hard and it can even be complicated sometimes. But having a partner next to you who's willing to turn it into an adventure and is more committed to your success as a couple than their own, well, that's as good as it gets. And it's a beautiful gift for figuring out any compromise or obstacles along the way. Now, myself and your hand-picked guests, we can all agree that you know what each other needs to thrive, and you're willing to provide that. It's something you've been doing exceptionally well thus far. And that's what being the right partner is all about. It's a promise to celebrate the good and tolerate the fair and work together to change anything worse. So knowing that this type of agreement shouldn't be entered into lightly, knowing the possibilities and the responsibilities of this marriage, I ask, do you each stand here today gladly and of your own free will?
Yes.
Now look down at those rings for a moment and give them some good energy. The ring finger of the left hand is located on the side of your body that is closest to your heart. And in the Old Testament, when God made a covenant with Noah, he sent a rainbow into the clouds as a token of remembrance of that concerning covenant. And from this we learn that it's also well for us to have a token when we enter into any solemn agreement with another. Something to set apart, a reminder of the vow we take. Your rings, they are endless until broken by an outside force, and they're appropriate reminders of the unbroken partnership that a marriage needs, continuing until broken by death. Michael, take her left hand. Brooklyn, today Michael takes you to be his wife, promising to love and care for you all of his days, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, cherishing what he knows about you and trusting in what is still to be discovered. Do you embrace this man as your lawfully wedded husband?
I do.
Michael, today Brooklyn takes you to be her husband, promising to love and care for you all of her days, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, cherishing what she knows of you and trusting in what is still to be discovered. Do you embrace this woman as your lawfully wedded wife?
I do.
Yeah, squeeze those hands right there. Those are best friends on their wedding day. And those are the hands that have been able to comfort you like no other set you have held. And they're going to be reaching for yours for the ages to come. All evidence of the never-failing care that God offers us. Now, your courtship, that sparked when you first noticed each other, it's been fueled through this time of learning about each other. And now it's complete with marriage. By the authority vested in me, I proudly pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.